Good morning, Bix Weir. Road2Rude.com with your morning horn of Z's. Your sip of coffee. Day unknown of the lockdown. Trump has extended the lockdown till April 30th. 10% of the economy will go out of business. 10% of the companies. 10% of the population will have no money. Here's my take. Yes, I've heard all the conspiracy theories from 5G to fake numbers to the world is ending to you name it. I've tracked them all down. They all have some grounding in truth. It's crazy. But here's the ultimately what this will do is destroy the unbacked fiat monetary system, globalization, and all that went with the bad guys' control. Now, I've always said it's after the crash. That's the important time. Doesn't matter how it crashes. After the crash, what do we implement after the crash? Do we try to rejigger the old way with something like Nesra where the bad guys are still in charge? Or do we invent something new? The inventing something new would basically take the deciders out. We will see. We will see. I think the United States has planned on this for so long. Hopefully they have some kind of plan. Clearly Trump has given up on the economy. Now, he forgot to tell that to Steve Mnuchin because Steve Mnuchin woke up this morning and yesterday and kept rigging the markets. But here's the deal. He's got to rig the markets for 30 days and he's only got $4 trillion. It's not enough. They're going to have to come back the banks will have to come back. They'll say it's for the people. Oh, we need to give the people more money because it's longer. And then they'll get another probably 8 to 10 trillion. So that's the game. And yeah, has Trump finally come to his senses and said, hey, let's just let this shit fall apart because it's not worth the rig job. It's not worth our country, destroying our country because of the lies. No, America is not great because of our economic system. It's exactly the opposite. America has destroyed itself because of our economic system and the people we allowed to rig the markets. We wouldn't be in this shape. We would not be in this shape without massive derivatives, massive malfeasance, massive money rigging, market rigging, exchange rigging, payoffs to bankers, payoffs to Congress people, payoff to you name it, every criminal, payoff to the Democrats, pays off to the Republicans. We wouldn't be in this situation if the true spirit of America is awakened to what has gone on. So I don't know. I don't know what this. Yes, everybody has a cough now. Not everybody's going to be as susceptible. I got another thing to say about that. Let me just say. By now, you've seen the information coming out of. There was just a New York Post article on vitamin C and how much it helps prevent and cure the coronavirus. Same thing came out of China. Why isn't Trump saying anything about it? Why aren't the Democrats saying anything about it? Why isn't anybody saying anything about it except Cliff High, Bix Weir every day? Apple selling vitamin C. Tell your friends, anybody you care about, tell them it's an easy way to just put up the defenses because we're going to have to do this for a long time. 3 to 5 years in Cliff's data. 3 to 5 years this is be with us, but it doesn't have to end our way of life. Take your chaga mushroom, take your vitamin C, and you can fight this thing. It's not a guarantee, no. But all of a sudden, we get reports out of China, they're using vitamin C IVs on the sick, and the sick are getting better. So absolutely keep up your vitamin C intake, even if you feel good, bad, or indifferent, especially after you get sick and then you get over it, because your system will be a little weaker, and that's what it preys on, the amount of vitamin C in your body. I'm not bullshitting you. So yes, if we spread this, the vitamin C chaga cure, and we get a viral thing going like chaga gangsta, like Cliff's doing, then it'll be a lot easier. Then we can go back at least to something of a life to lead, not just sitting back and taking it up the rear. Those of you in the markets, you're going to lose everything. You gotta know that by now. If you have stocks, bonds, whatever you have, you're going to lose it. You have an IRA and you don't want to take the penalty, call Will Lair, perpetualassets.com. Perpetualassets.com. He'll help you do a IRA rollover. If you're scared, as well you should be right now, that your brokerage house won't be around, that your bank won't be around. No banks are solvent anymore. Today is the last day of the end of the first quarter. No banks survive the first quarter. How think they're going to do if they get bailed out again? How will they do on the second quarter? Just as bad, if not worse. Now, JP Morgan, with their market rigging powers, might have done not as bad. Might have. But not really. They're not marking their assets to market. The oil and gas sector is dead. Oil's at negative. Some sectors of oil is at negative. Everybody's like, how can oil go negative? It's very simple. There's a cost to storing oil, and it's a high cost. That's why all the tankers are all filled up. All the storage, on-land storage is all filled up. Everything's all filled up. What are you going to do with the extra oil you own? You have to store it somewhere. And the companies that are continuing in countries that are continuing to pump oil, Russia and Saudi Arabia, and all the U.S. banks that are invested in the oil and gas shale, good night. They've lost 100% of their assets. 100%. Now, will they mark to market this quarter? I doubt it. They'll say, oh, no, this is a temporary blip. It's not. It's not. It's in Cliff's data, actually, that there's cheap oil prices from here on out. We don't have to open up the Gull Island field up in Alaska that was found in the 60s and capped. Back then, all oil would have gone to $5 a barrel. And we would never had to fight all these wars and all the bullshit. So, yes, it's time for the good guys to take over. Whether or not this coronavirus is going to kill the humanity, or it's just a little bump in the road and we learn that, oh, by the way, take your vitamin C and chaga and we can all live through this pretty well. I don't know how that's going to go, but clearly Trump has decided, or people have told him, here's what you're going to do. You're going to keep this going until the old system dies. And Mnuchin's going to be taken out of his position at some point. But the problem is all of you guys out there that are been laid off from your job, expecting a $1,200 check, that's nothing. It ain't going to last you long. Landlords, good night. There'll be the housing market, the rental market, all of that. It was a con. Price of housing was a con because the only way prices of housing went up is if the banks gave out free money. They stopped. They stopped about a month ago. They're trying to reverse any house sales that are in escrow right now. They're trying to get out of it. Why? Because there's nowhere to sell it. The banks sell off all their mortgages to mortgage-backed derivatives. That market is dead. So dead that the Fed has to buy them all. The repos are going reverse like you wouldn't believe. I can't wait to see the numbers today. Yesterday, in one day, I think it was $240 billion of reverse repos, meaning the banks are buying back repos like treasuries, buying back treasuries so they can sell it back to the Fed. Why would they want to do that? Because the Fed's paying a higher dollar value than the fair market value of those assets, and they don't want them locked up in repos for even a night. The repo market is dead because the Fed killed it. And now they have to get all their these bonds back and sell them to the Fed, because that's how the Fed gives out even more money to them. It is a complete cluster. I'm keeping track of it all on roadtoroot.com. Right now they're doing 70 billion a day of POMOs. But it's gonna keep going at 70 billion. It'll probably jump up today because today's the end of the month. It is crazy out there, but I did talk to my buddy Andy Scheckman at Miles Franklin last night about his silver inventory. Does he have silver to ship? He does. He's giving the best price out there. If you want to get in touch with Andy, send him an email. Andy at Miles Franklin, MILESFRANKLIN.com. He has inventory today. I don't know if I'll have inventory tomorrow. And then he can, if you want something else, he can source it. It might take him a couple weeks, but he guarantees you, if he can't get it, he's going to give you your money back. But I would stick with what he can ship today, because you don't want to be waiting on this crazy world to see when the banks collapse. So I'd stick with what can be shipped today. Again, send him an email, Andy at milesfranklin.com. As far as the silver price, 100% rigged, $14. You can't buy silver for $14, by the way. Andy won't sell you silver at $14. He promises he'll beat all other retail prices. But $14, nobody has silver. And then you got to wonder, what are these the CFTC regulators doing? Are they embarrassed? Who cares? They're criminals. They belong in jail too. Aiding and abetting JP Morgan Chase, Citibank, Deutsche Bank, all the rigors of silver and gold. It's gotten to be a farce. Like I said, I've said all along, when people ask me, when will the silver price be cut free? And I said, the very day that the COMEX shuts down, we'll have free silver. The COMEX and the LBMA are the only places in planet Earth, and the LBMA, but that's not even an exchange. Only places on planet Earth where the price of silver is set. Gold has 4 or 5 different. Silver has one, because it's so hard to rig. Ultimately, silver will kill the banks. That has always been in the road to data if you're following my stuff for the last 20 years. And there's many signs that it is silver that ultimately takes down the bank. How can it do that? Well, silver shorts, obviously. JP Morgan is not short anymore silver. They are long on paper silver, and they're mega long on physical. Like I said, JP Morgan might be the last bank standing. That's why the DOJ has RICO charges ready to slam the door on JP Morgan. It's like they're ready. They got the door ready to shut on the biggest criminal on planet Earth, and they're just waiting for their moment. So yes, if you can get silver in your hands at any price, buy it. Call Andy. He's going to beat any retail price. Don't call him. Send him an email. He's getting back to people via email. All right? Cryptos will be our future. I doubt gold will be, but it's possible. It might be a combination, but definitely cryptos will be key to our future. I had an interesting revelation the last couple days, and I'll be putting it out on the private road about a cryptocurrency that will thrive in this kind of environment, an environment where a lot of people are shut in for 3 to 5 years, and then thrive in the future. It's very cheap right now and going into the thousands, from the pennies to the. I'll be posting that later today for private road members and Patreon Plus members. But right now, as far as cryptos, same thing. Steve Mnuchin's hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Look at the volumes. Volumes are off the charts. Ethereum, $11.2 billion traded in Ethereum in the last 24 hours, and there's only 14 billion Ethereum. Did you sell your Ethereum yesterday? Neither did I. It's a joke. All these exchanges will be going down, including Coinbase, Kraken. Now, there will be a few that work with the regulators so they can start up again in the new system. But if you keep your coins there, good night. All right. So let's talk about this ridiculousness. Dow Jones still at 22,000. If you ever run the chart, when was the last time it was at 22,000? Right in here. So 3 years ago. 3 years ago, we're right back where we were 3 years ago. And this is all rig. All rig job. Since the 1950s, all rig job. Look at that. Rig. This is fake. Fake. Computer programs. Once you understand that no market is free of computer program manipulation, it's obvious. It's obvious what's going on. And that's what's going to end, which is great. Economists are losing hope of a V-shaped post-virus recovery. Really, you better tell that to the people on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, buying the Dow, on the stock market, the bond market, everything, because they're still under control. If today Trump came out and said, "Hey, everybody, we can solve this problem by taking large doses of liposomal vitamin C, or just mega doses of vitamin C. We could solve this problem and chaga mushrooms." Do they want to solve the problem? No. They want to destroy the economic system, and then that's the only way we can move forward. We got to hang on to our liberty, hang on to our freedom while this is all going on. And that's key. I'll be harping on that every day during this transition because the bad guys are going to be trying to take everything we have. Where are we on the coronavirus? In the U.S., 164,000 have been tested positive. That doesn't mean that only 164,000 people have it. I've been saying this for a very long time. Most people never get tested. So when I do my exponential graph, and all this is a doubling, it doubles I changed it to every 3 days. Because if you look, the rate has been slowing down. And like I said, the Trump administration is going to do that. But the deaths are kind of hard to hide. Yes, I know there's a lot of fudging with these numbers, but this is not completely made up. But there's absolutely, everybody's got their own agenda. They're going to report what they want. Are these numbers accurate? I don't know. Nobody does. But it's an excuse to keep the economy shut down. So if you just do the doubling, you got by April 3rd, this is when it gets to the big, big numbers. I don't think we're going to double to 330,000 in 3 days. Probably closer to 250,000. But you're going to see that, just as we've seen in the last couple of days when it started to slow down, the percentage of deaths is increasing because it's harder to fake the deaths. Is it all a con, like everybody's saying out there in the conspiracy world? I don't know. I've said all along, I've got a lot of people who work in the hospital. And I'm going to get, as it grows bigger and bigger, I'll get on the ground confirmation of just how many people are there, how many are dying, and is it a fraud or is it not? It's probably a little bit of both. Everybody's got their agenda. But we'll probably be dealing with this for years, so does it really matter? I don't know. I did get confirmation that in Oakland, Kaiser, there's over 100 ICU patients. Corona. That's just one. That's just one hospital. But yeah, so if it sticks to the exponential growth projections, it should be 200 in 3 days, and then 400, and then 600 in that one hospital. And you can see how that adds up fast. So I don't know, just hang in there. Interesting. Wall Street Journal count excluded infected people. China's count excluded infected people with no symptoms. We've always said that China numbers are ridiculous. Look at it. China says they had 800,000 cases. Oh, wait, no, that's the world. 81,000 cases. Now they're saying, oh, no, we didn't count any of the infected people with no symptoms. So that's just the people who are basically in the hospital. China's been lying to the world. Cliff is right to go off on China. And we do have to find out the people who caused this. I think they have, but the people who caused it obviously should be tried in front of the world, for the whole world to see how they did it, why they did it, what was their agenda, and who was behind them. Very important. Anyway, that's all I got for you right now. I will be posting that cryptocurrency update for private road members so they can get a pause on it. If you guys want to join the private road, you get one silver Ruta coin. Coolest coin in the world, and one Veritasium token, the lottery ticket token. Veritasium is going to be the solution after the crash. Peer-to-peer capital transactions, no more high-frequency trading, no more criminality in the exchanges would be great. This is Bix. I'll talk to you later.